Hello, everybody. I am so sorry that I am late. I am late to my own live stream. So, yeah, fashionably late, so I guess it's okay. But thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight for episode 5. Yes, episode 5, which means we've been in quarantine for 5 weeks of self-quarantine, a virtual happy hour. And we have a fun show. I think I like calling it a show tonight. My good friend, Carissa Lee, as she is known on YouTube, many of you know her, is going to stop by and hang out. I actually see her in the background, so I'm going to bring her on right now. I hope she's ready.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Thank you for having me on here.
Oh, well, thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And I'm sorry that I was late.
No, it's okay.
To my own live stream.
Oh, it's okay. I'm late to my own live stream all the time, and you know this to be true. So
okay. Well, I don't feel so bad now.
Oh, good.
How are you doing tonight? How has life been going for you?
I've been doing all right. I'm in just hanging in there on a part-time schedule, which is really weird, working every other day after working full-time for the same company for 13 years. I'm working half the hours, but I love it, but I'm also confused at what day it is all the time. So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Well, being in quarantine for as long as we have, I can't believe it's been 5 weeks. So, like, March 16th. Yeah, March 16th was the day before St. Patrick's Day was my first day in quarantine. And now it's, what is it? It's April 18th today, right? See, I don't even know what day it is either.
Wow, it's been a full month then.
I forget what day it is all the time.
Oh, man. I can only imagine.
Oh, my goodness. Gotcha. Well, we usually keep it pretty laid back here on the show, just kind of chit chat and hang out and see anyone who comes on. It looks like Tommy just said hello. So, hey, Tommy.
How's it going?
It's funny that you're waving to him and he's probably just like right over there.
Yeah, right there. I just realized it. I thought he was in the other room. I forgot that he came back.
That's so funny. So, hey, Tommy.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, how have you been? How have you been doing with everything?
Oh, keeping busy.
Oh my gosh, you're an essential worker. So, well, actually, both of you guys are, but you especially, Tommy. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, we have the cats.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm leaning forward like this because I can see them. Oh. Look, on my live stream, we've had a Tommy sighting and a cat sighting already.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. It's been a good night so far. There you go.
I know, right? Awesome. Well, since this is supposed to be a virtual happy hour, and just the premise of this, as I've said, because we're all in quarantine and it's hard on everybody, we can't see our friends. You know, social distancing on YouTube has kind of become a thing now, how people are able to connect. And hi.
He is not a happy kitty right now.
Oh, poor buddy.
Random cat moment. Okay.
Oh, no, I love it. We can have as many random cat moments as we want. But just with social distancing being hard, because a lot of people maybe on a Saturday night would be out having happy hour with their friends. Since we can't do that because the bars are closed, I'm like, well, maybe this would be a good way for all of us to hang out and still socialize. So
for real,
my beverage for the night is a gin and tonic. I actually discovered I make pretty good gin and tonics. So that is what I have. What are you rocking tonight?
Actually,
it doesn't have to be alcohol. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Ooh. This is actually, it looks like it's an alcoholic beverage. It looks like a regular cocktail, but it is in fact a THC drink.
Oh, nice.
So I have my medical card, and so I mixed LaCroix lime flavored bubbly water, LaCroix. Yeah. And then I put this. I wanted to show you orange tonic.
Oh, nice!
But
I love it. Tell me a little bit more. Okay. Oh, nice. There we go. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So it's orange THC mixed in with some lime water. So That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give my body a break from the other stuff,
Yeah.
but still want to have, a good, decent, relaxing time.
Of course.
Yeah, and
That'd
it
be
feels really
awesome.
good too, So
Yeah. Well, a cheers to you, a virtual cheers to you.
cheers
And to anybody who is watching right now. We love you all. So, Carissa, the majority of everybody. Oh, there's Stephanie Bethany.
Stephanie Bethany.
Hey, Stephanie Bethany.
Yay.
So the majority probably of everyone who's either watching live right now or whoever watches in replay. And thank you to everyone who ends up watching in replay that wasn't able to catch it live. Most everybody's probably going to know who you are. But I like to introduce, my guests, kind of give you like your 30-minute elevator pitch. That's the word I was looking for. So just tell us what you do, about your channel, how awesome you are, because you are very awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, let's see here. Where do I begin? Not on how awesome I am, because
oh well, I'm gonna say that.
But like
starting your elevator pitch.
Sometimes I speak out loud when I shouldn't. I'm sorry. Where do I begin? Okay, so my main channel is Carissa Lee, just like my name on here says, and had it since about 2014, and it started out just a random vlog video, and I didn't really take it seriously until we took a video of our cat in the snow. Well, Tommy took a video of me and Tommy, or me and Charlie, the orange cat that you just saw, like out in the snow. And it went mini viral, you might say. Because it didn't get a ton of views like on my own channel, but like it was on TV for an episode right this minute. And so that's when I was like, whoa, YouTube really can lead to something. And so I started working harder, and I started my Carissa Reviews It All channel, which I don't really do much with right now, but we are going to try to wake that one back up.
That's so catchy. I love it. It reminds me of, what was it, Clarissa Reviews It All?
Explains It All. Yeah, I used to watch that.
Explains It All, excuse me. I knew there was a 90s flashback moment.
Yeah, so I love that show so much, and it was similar to my name, so I just used that for the name. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So going back to my main channel, it's kind of turned from random stuff to now like a weekly live stream where I just like share memes and funny stories and things of that nature, and just try to make people laugh. And so I don't know. Now I'm live streaming almost every day, but like
I know you're doing it's called the LIDA challenge, which that stands for Live Every Day in April, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a few days behind.
Commitment.
Yeah, it is. I keep getting behind on it, but then I'll have like days to where I just do all my like I do 3 or 4 thumbnails, and I just try to knock them all out a little bit in a row,
You always have a great audience on your live streams as well. It's so fun. One thing being in quarantine that I really it's just something to look forward to, because our friend Ray, or Biggest Ray on YouTube, does a daily quarantine live stream, and he inspired me to do a weekly one. And then you've been doing yours for a while now that you're doing your live every day. It just gives us something to look forward to, and just doing, even if we weren't in quarantine, just doing live streams like this, but especially now, and Ray says it all the time in his live streams, this might be one of the only ways that people would feel comfortable connecting with other humans. And it's just a really fun, it's just a fun time. You can just be all laid back and, not think about, all the crap going on in your life, and, just have a good time. And you really accomplished that on your live stream, because you didn't always do your live streams. You didn't always do them every week, but you've developed a really good audience, and you've got some regulars, and it's fun.
Yeah, I start to actually worry about people that don't come in, because I know that there's some people that I know that they are at home, like on disability and stuff, and this is their only time to really socialize, like with YouTubers basically, or anyone else that will live stream with them. And so if a few of them, if certain ones don't show up, I was like, okay, are you okay? I know you had some medical things going on. You know what I mean? So I get concerned, and it doesn't even matter that I've never met them in person, because you develop a strong connection with them, you know, because they become your friends. They are your friends at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. Yeah. And then you started the Tulsa YouTubers group, which is super awesome, which is probably what really finally, I mean, I've been on YouTube for many years, but I never really was consistent and took it seriously until I kind of found my people with your group with Tulsa YouTubers. It's just cool when you find your people, and you know, it's really inspired me to be more consistent. And like, you really have grown that group, and it's so awesome. It's really, really cool. It's grown so much.
Aw. I'm very proud of the group. I can't believe how much it's grown. Like, I remember when I first started the group, I just threw like 20 or 30 of my closest friends into the group. And, you know, I was like, they can leave if they want, you know, but at least they're here right now at the beginning of the group, you know, and you know, some might have left. Some of them have stayed the whole time, and then it's like just incrementally grown. And I remember when I was like, wow, there are 100 members in this group, and now there's over 600. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Very diverse community of people with all kinds of talent and specialties. It's amazing.
It's so cool. And it's just, you can just ask questions and just, I mean, like, there's no stupid question like in this group. And there's so many smart people. And that's just really cool. Just like when you find your people and you feel comfortable and you can learn and just be happy. So I love it. For sure.
Well, I'm glad that you are a part of the community, and I'm glad that you like it. Or this would be very awkward right now.
I know, it would be a little bit kind of an awkward moment.
So how you like the group? And you're like,
well, you know, I meant to say, and I'm going to say live on the internet, like, you really, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're funny.
No, awesome. And I never thought I would be comfortable live streaming. What's so funny is, and I shouldn't be touching my face right now, but my allergies are really.
My allergies have been kicking my butt too, so I totally.
Like my eyes shouldn't be touching my face, but but I just I'm such a big extrovert, and so quarantine definitely has been hard. But even with that being so, being an extrovert, I'm still getting comfortable live streaming. I never thought that would be a thing, because like in a social situation, like, I'll go up and I'll talk to anyone. You know, I'm not afraid. Like, I talk to a brick wall if it would talk, you know, back to me. And so it's just it's crazy. But what's so weird about live streaming is like it's live. You can't edit this shit out. And please feel free to speak freely. This is not not that we want to go too crazy, but it's not a kids channel. So please feel free to speak freely.
Okay, you know? Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you can't
all the bad words I'm about to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. You know what you want to say. You can't like edit the shit that you mess up with out, because it's live on the internet. And I'd gotten really comfortable, and I was confident with edited videos. But this is definitely a new experience for sure, even for an extrovert. So I definitely watched a lot of your live streams. I watched a lot of Ray's before I finally got up the guts to do this. And you know what? Like, we have 6 people watching on YouTube and 1 person on Facebook. And I'm like, this is just so cool. So
it's nice.
It's almost kind of a confidence project, you know, for me when it comes to doing these live streams. And of course, once quarantine is lifted, I'm going to have to think of a way that I can kind of reimagine these. But I've had fun so far. And so how did you get confident with live streaming? Do you have any tips for a live streaming newbie? It's only my 5th episode.
Well, first of all, you're doing great. So, yeah, you're already seem pretty comfortable doing it. So that's pretty cool.
I'm trying.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of.
Bethany says I touch my face 24/7. Yeah. I do too. With my seasonal allergies, I can't. And is this my ADD is kicking in, Carissa? I'm sorry.
No, No, it's okay. I'm the same way. I'm looking at the way my hair is on. Okay, there we go. All right.
Well,
Anyway,
here, ADD moment. Now I'm thinking about my hair, and I didn't give myself enough time to get ready, so my hair's still a little wet, and I was a little nervous about going live on the internet with wet hair, but whatever.
you'll be all right. You're fine.
What was I saying? Oh,
So
you know what? I forgot what I was saying. So you go ahead.
you asked me for tips about live streaming.
Yes. So you were talking about that.
Let's see here. For one thing, it's best to be prepared as far as content, like something to talk about. Have a list ready to go. So if you run out of something, if you run out of things to talk about just off the top of your head, you got the list there of points that you want to cover. So you have something to keep the conversation going for the full hour or however long you decide to do it for.
Awesome. Good tip. I've weaned it on a few of mine.
I
know you well enough. I don't think we'll run out of stuff to talk about.
No, not at all.
So be prepared. That's the first tip.
Yes. Let's see here. I'm doing this because for some reason I feel like this is helping me like come up with the idea.
Here.
Whoa.
I'm gonna send good vibes your way.
There you go. There we go. Okay. What else? Okay. Planning is very important. Checking your audio and your camera equipment beforehand is always very important.
I at least have that. I did that.
I don't know. And making sure you greet everyone when they first come in. I know that I've seen
that's hard
ways.
That actually is.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm used to greeting everyone as they come in or whatever. And I realize that's probably not like the best way to do it. But like, I have I have a small group of people that show up each time and they're friends to me and I want to make sure that they feel welcome. And so I always try to greet them. And I'm getting to the point to where I realize that I need to follow what's called the show run format, which is you talk about your subject, like what you're going to talk about, you tease it.
Yeah.
And then you go over your first point of your, topic or whatever. And then you go greet them and call out things that are relevant to what you're talking about. That's what you're supposed to do. Just say, have like your topic, talk about your first point, check the comments. Talk about your second point, check the comments, and then, kind of do it that way and it keeps the show running. But I haven't.
Speaking of the comments, apparently we're making Tommy and Stephanie laugh because we've gotten a couple of little laughy things.
Oh my gosh!
So we're being entertaining. That's good. I'm so goofy. Like I'm guaranteed to either make somebody laugh, whether they're laughing at me or with me. I don't know, but that's just my personality. So how was thank you for those tips. So I will definitely keep that in mind. And as I do more of these, I do catch myself starting to plan, more and more. Usually if it's someone I know really well, like I'll still plan some, but we can usually kind of just chat and but yeah, so thank you for the tips. I really appreciate this. Live streaming newbie says thank you to the live. You're a live streaming pro. Thank you.
Aw, thank you. I'm still learning. You're welcome.
I appreciate. Yeah, but you've been doing this live stream for what, like over a year now?
Over a year.
Yeah, you could be a pro, man. You could teach like a Skillshare class. Like I've noticed Skillshare, like a lot of big YouTubers, like that's kind of like they're a really popular sponsor right now. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like a lot of big YouTubers, maybe it's just the lifestyle genre. It could be others, but I've noticed, and it's probably the same for any genre, but I follow a lot of lifestyle YouTubers and a lot of the big ones. Like I've noticed like for a couple months or so, there's going to be a big sponsor. Like I noticed HelloFresh was a big sponsor for a lot of people on YouTube. Now Skillshare is a big sponsor, and it's just kind of funny. So there's my ADD kicking in again, but like you could teach a Skillshare class on live streaming tips.
I could. once I feel more confident. Believe it or not, I'm not 100% confident with live streaming. I'm just kind of used to doing it regularly and pushing past the discomfort. That's really the main thing. You got to push past the discomfort and do it anyway. Yeah.
But I've seen you blossom though. Yeah, and like this live every day in April, this Lita challenge, definitely it's making you do it. It's making you be comfortable and kind of step out of your comfort zone and just get more comfortable being online. And so I think that's why I wanted to do like these live streams and just be more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, gotcha. You know, I did see on one of your live streams, you did something really funny, and I'm not going to make you do this if you don't want to, but you actually sang online, and it was really great. You actually had a really good voice, and when Ray was on the live stream, he actually made me step out of my comfort zone, like I talked about, because he and Chris and I think Jose as well, they all like on one of Ray's live streams like ended up singing karaoke or some crazy shit like that. And so I mentioned that to Ray. I'm like, yeah, man, I just saw one of your live streams recently. It was so funny. And so Ray gets out his guitar, which I didn't know Ray played the guitar. And he's like, well, let's sing. I'm like, you want me to sing on live on the internet? And so, yeah, I did karaoke live on the internet. And so you made yourself step out of your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
You did that. And you actually have a really good voice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
What was that like, singing live on the internet? Like, I just did it, and I think I probably made people's ears bleed, but I just rocked it.
Oh, man. If I remember, that's right. I think I saw that one. You guys were busting out together. That was cute. I liked it. It was fun.
I think I made people's ears bleed. I was really embarrassed, but oh
my
well.
ears didn't bleed, so I think I'm good. You're good. But as far as me doing that on the internet singing,
yeah,
that was scary. And Biggest Ray was the first one to get me to do it. Because he actually
kind of put you on the spot, man.
Yeah, so I sang "You Are My Sunshine."
Yes.
And then I was like, because I'm telling him how I've been singing that randomly to my cats and to Tommy, and like when I'm in a funny mood or whatever, I had been doing that. And he's like, yeah, why don't you just show us or let us hear those pipes or whatever, like in his though. And so I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And so when the Lita challenge came up to where I'm supposed to do something on my live stream I've never done before that I love to do, I was like, well, I used to be in choir, I used to sing, I can do it on Biggest Ray stream, so why can't I do it for my own audience? So that was scary. That was more scary doing it for my own audience than it was for Ray's audience, because the stakes feel a little higher because, it's people that have been around for a while. And I'm like, I don't want them to be like, unsubscribe because I don't sound the way they expected.
I know. And that's one thing I've learned on YouTube. I haven't gotten to the point where I think where people would care enough to actually, send me like hate comments or something. But that's one thing you have to be prepared for and realize you're not going to make everybody happy. It's just naturally going to happen, and just be you. Be who you naturally are, and just the haters out there can just go, you know what?
Exactly. Yeah.
And, so, yeah. Oh my goodness.
And the trolls, oh my gosh.
Oh, you did a video about that.
Yeah,
about
and then the trolls actually showed up, ironically, and trolled me on my live stream about trolls.
Hold on. The trolls showed up in your live stream about how to handle trolls.
About how I plan on handling trolls.
How you plan. Yeah.
And then I got aggravated and I called one of them out by his real name because yeah. and then I got really embarrassed because I was like, dang it, that is not the way I meant to react to this. But like, I was just so aggravated, and I don't know, like that was something that I was supposed to do. Like the Lita challenge was, how do I plan on handling trolls? So it wasn't an idea I came up with on my own.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was a really awesome title.
Yeah, I
my attention and your thumbnail. Your thumbnail game is pretty strong. I will say. And I'm practicing and I'm definitely no graphic designer. So I've tried to find tools like Canva or I'm touching my face again.
Oh
my God. Or like that remove.bg that you told me about. So I'm trying to get my thumbnail game up, but your thumbnails are strong. And I loved what you did for that. How to deal with trolls.
Oh yeah, the trolls sitting there and he's like lit up green and
it caught my attention. I thought I loved what you said there. The trolls are out there. The trolls are out there. The haters are out there. And when you're on the internet and you're just being yourself and putting yourself out there, people are just gonna come at you and be nuts.
Yeah, they've got nothing better to do, and you know it's funny because I went to the troll account that has been a repeat offender had recently bothered me, and so I went to his live stream. I was like, and I watched it and there was no one there and it was really sad and he was just sitting there staring at his screen. It was him looking at his iPad and then looking depressed for an hour. But I kind of scrolled through and it wasn't like I watched the replay of it, like part of it, because I was like, who is a hater? But like based on that, I see that he's hating on me because he's not making progress and he's frustrated and he's mad at me and jealous. So he's trying to put me down. And so I get it now. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, you just do you. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, looks like Bethany just said that she has to head out. Thanks for stopping by, Steph.
Stephanie Bethany.
That's what I always say when I either am in a live stream chat with Stephanie Bethany or if she stops by one of mine. So I'm like, Steph squared. It's so dorky. She probably hates it when I say that, but thanks for stopping by, Stephanie.
That's cute. Steph squared.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Oh man. So I have a really funny story about making gin and tonics, which as people get to know me more, you're going to realize like certain things are going to be classic Stephanie moments, as I like to call them. But you know, gin and tonic. So Dave and I were making them last night and I was being given the duties of bartender. So I'd never made a gin and tonic before. David had. He used to be a bartender. So I naturally, I'm like, okay, let's kind of a mixed drink. So first thing I grab is my cocktail shaker, and that's probably going to give you a little preview of what I'm about to say. And so I put the gin in, I put ice in my cocktail shaker. I put the tonic water, which is a carbonated beverage. Keep that in mind. And then I put in the gin and lime juice. And so I start shaking my cocktail shaker because I'm like, I'm going to mix this up and I'm going to make it, really great. And then all of a sudden it just goes, psh.
Oh no.
And David's in the kitchen behind me and he's like, Stephanie, you do realize that tonic water is a carbonated beverage. And so it's kind of like taking Coke and shaking it up and having it explode. So I didn't think about that because I'm like, it's tonic water. And so I didn't think about that. So I took a tonic water shower last night.
Oh my gosh. What a bummer.
Yeah, so that's one of my quarantine memories that I'm going to remember.
Oh, man.
But I didn't make that mistake when I just made it tonight. So.
Cool. Good deal.
So do you have any funny memories like that you can think of that when you were about to do something on YouTube?
I can tell you.
Film a video last night. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was listening. I was like, what? No, I do have a story actually. And you might have seen the video. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Okay. A few years ago, I wanted to make a Valentine's Day cookie video. And I'm gonna make them in, in the shape of hearts. I basically just they're not homemade cookies. I just got them out of the package, and I was just gonna shape them in the little mold and put them in there. Well, me and Tommy had been drinking cocktails. I got him a cocktail book, and
how fun!
We were making this one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the video. I tell the story in one of my YouTube videos. But basically, we had been fixing them all night, and it was it's got Bacardi or something in it. But anyway, it's a strong drink, and very tasty. And we were just making them and just chilling out, and I was putting the cookies in the oven, and then I sat down to lay down for a minute, and we both passed out, and I woke up, and I'm like, oh God, the cookies. And I opened it, and they were burnt. And so I went ahead and I recorded the rest of it, and then my new title became Valentine's Day Cookie Disaster.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just one of my stories. I'm sure I got more, but that's the biggest one I can remember.
Well, I remember in one of my, this isn't cooking related, but I remember in one of my videos, and it was when I'd only been doing, this was years ago. I'd only been doing YouTube for maybe a year. And again, keep in mind, until probably 2019, I really was not consistent on YouTube. It really was kind of just every once in a while when I felt like a thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Have you heard of the Color Run 5K? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I did that. 2013 is when 2013. And I'm like, oh, well, it'd be so totally fun if I went ahead and I vlogged the color run, because I thought it'd be fun. And, the premise of the color run, there's a theme every year, but it's called the color run because they, as you go through different checkpoints on the path, they throw colored powder at you. And it's just really fun. And you're like, woo, when you go through. Well, here, let me give you a little tip. So I touched my face again. Okay. I think that's the fourth time I've touched my face. Yeah, I don't have the coronavirus yet, so let's hope it stays that way. But so I was going through one of these checkpoints, and I had my little camera out and was having a good time. I'm like, this is going to be great footage. And so I'm an extrovert, so I feed off of other people's energy. So when other people are really excited or energetic, like my energy just keeps going up and keeps going up. And so I was really excited. So I wasn't really thinking, and you'll see why, because I was really excited. And so I have my camera, I'm like, man, it's going to be great footage. I'm going through, they're going to be throwing colored powder on me. It's going to be great. And when I went through the first checkpoint, not even thinking about it. I was like, woo! I had my mouth open. And think about that for a second. I had my mouth open, and they're throwing colored powder at me.
Oh, God.
And I didn't realize it until I went back to look at the footage and I was editing my vlog. I had the colored powder was all over my teeth. Yellow, red, pink. It looked like I had 2 rotted teeth.
Oh my God.
The entire vlog, I couldn't do anything about it because I couldn't redo the footage because the color run was over for that year. So throughout probably about half the vlog, I went through it looking like I had rotten teeth. And so that was very embarrassing, but it's on the internet for everybody to see now.
Oh my gosh.
So if you do the color run, unfortunately the color run was canceled this year. I'm pretty sure it has been. I think it's been canceled, but if you ever do the color run and you decide to you run through the checkpoints, don't do it with your mouth open because it'll get all over your teeth.
Yeah. I will put that in.
And that is on the internet for the world to see.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely going to do that because I did plan on doing a 5K run this year. So
which one? There's so many here in Tulsa.
But I put it on my list of goals for work, so now I have to do it. So
that's awesome.
And my boss is a runner, so he is extra happy about it. And so I'm like,
oh, that's cool. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
say, no, it's okay. I was gonna say I haven't trained in like 2 weeks for running, and I'm really mad because now I gotta start 2 weeks later. And you start building up endurance and everything.
Mhm.
Breathe easy for longer and everything, and then you stop it and like
Very slowly
are you
trying to do
gonna
that.
feel stronger, or are you gonna be dwindling in strength now because you were lazy for 2 weeks? It's hard to tell, really.
I know, but you really are runners. See, like I am so out of shape. I went for probably about a 45-minute walk today with my dog in my neighborhood, which was really nice to get out of the house. It almost kind of put me in like a Zen moment. That's really kind of the only time I get out of the house aside from going to the store. And just walking kind of like when it went on an incline, because I'm so out of shape was a challenge. And I just started thinking, I thought of you, which is you're gonna think this is either really weird or cool, because you had mentioned that you've been running a lot recently, and you do that a lot. And I think the other day, I think you posted on Facebook that you'd run like 6 miles, and I was like, what? I can't even and this is just walking, like brisk walking. Like I'm not a runner, but the funny thing, but I want to be. I know I want to be, because here's the funny thing. Like my mind and body sometimes don't sync up. Like I have a very active mind. I'm like, I want to go out and do all this awesome shit. And I want to go rock climbing, and I want to go on adventures and do all this. But then I realize the body that I have, and I'm like, I'm not quite there yet. So there's kind of this disconnect. So when I see people that run like 6 miles or 10 miles or something like that, I'm like, how do you do it? I used to be very athletic, so I know it's still inside me somewhere, but it's such a challenge. Like, how do you do that, man? Because I want my mind and my body to sync up and have the same energy.
Right? No, I totally get where you're coming from.
The running game has been pretty awesome lately.
The 6 mile thing though, I didn't run the whole thing. It was a lot of walking, running. I tried to run as much as I could, but the longest I've ran is 2 miles in a row, which is pretty good. And I only did it one time. Huh?
That's so much more than I can say for myself. That's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you. I say to get there is you got to just start, like I started walking and counting my steps on my Fitbit, and I try to get 10,000 steps a day, which on the average height of a person is about 5 miles. So I
never realized that.
Yeah. And, no one would unless they told you that. And then you also did your, your calculation for a couple days.
Stephanie and math don't mix. So thank you for telling me that, because I didn't realize that.
Oh, no, it's all good. But I love this thing. Like it like measures my heart rate and all kinds of stuff. And like before I started running, which I really haven't done very much of in the last 2 weeks.
You're doing better than me. You're doing better than me.
But thank you. Before I started running, it all started with me just walking a whole lot. It took me a couple months to come to the decision to get this fancy watch. And, I made it into a game because I have ADD. Like you do. I like everything to be a game. That's how I can stick to something.
I'm sure that nobody watching the stream can tell that we both have ADD, because I have, and I just interrupted you again. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
When it comes to ADD, if someone says something and it makes me think of something, I feel like I have to say it right then and there, or I'm going to forget it, because more than likely I will. And it's just nuts. So I haven't been diagnosed officially with ADD, but there's just too many things that I do that make me think that I have it. But
if it makes you feel any better, I can tell you have it, because because I have it, I know what to look for, and you do the same thing I do. So I told
the person that told me I probably have ADD. I probably should go get diagnosed.
Oh man.
But you were talking about your Fitbit. Just put a muzzle on me and make me not. I'm going to go like this, so while you're talking, I can't talk.
No, it's okay. But what I will tell you that I walk almost every morning before work on the treadmill, and it makes me sharper. Like it helps me focus, and it kind of clears up some of my morning fog and everything, which is really helpful. And like I use it. That's why I walk, and that's why I run. I mean, like, yeah, the whole like maybe balancing my weight and that kind of thing's nice, but like really mental clarity is like a win right there. And that's what walking and running does for me.
All the endorphins.
Yeah. And like all it takes is like 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
You know
what's so funny? And like, I don't know if it's because we're in quarantine right now, and as an extrovert, I'm just like climbing the walls, and like, I guess anytime outside of my house is awesome. But taking my dog for a walk day, like it was the most relaxing thing ever. And like, you can feel when those endorphins kick in.
Oh yeah. You know,
like your mood starts changing. Cause like when I went out on that walk, I had a lot of anxiety, and my anxiety, and I've talked about this on my channel before, my anxiety, one of the ways I can tell aside from mentally is like, I'll get a tightness in my chest sometimes. And so I knew I needed to go out for a walk, and I can probably tell you within 5 minutes, I slowly started feeling that tightness in my chest starting to release. And I don't know, does it sound kind of weird to say that like when you exercise and you like the endorphins start kicking in, that you kind of feel zen? A little bit. Maybe it's just because I was outside in nature, and there's I'm lucky enough to live in a pretty neighborhood. I don't know. It's kind of just wild.
It's both.
And I want my body, my mind to start making that a regular thing, because I definitely have some goals for this physique.
Oh, cool. It's good to have goals and stuff. And seriously, like,
the endorphin thing, it's crazy. It's awesome.
But seriously, like a few minutes of like just brisk walking in the morning before work will just make you like so much sharper in the morning. It does me. But like seriously, it makes a big freaking difference. I just can't even, like, it's been a life changer. I don't take medicine for ADD, but if I walk,
I honestly don't either.
If I walk before work, it's like taking an ADHD medication for a while, because like
really,
I'm sharper, I'm good to go. It's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome, because I have noticed in quarantine that my ADD has been a little bit worse. I think, like, I feel like because we're in quarantine, we can't go anywhere. Like, for some reason, like when we weren't in quarantine, I wouldn't really think much if I took a day for myself and I was just lazy and just recharged and didn't really do anything. Even if I didn't leave the house for that one day, that's fine. But now that we're in quarantine, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because the effects of quarantine on an extrovert or if it's my ADD, but I feel like if I take an entire day and I'm just lazy while we're in quarantine, like, it makes me feel, I don't know, I feel guilty. I'm like, I need to be taking this time in quarantine to be like getting stuff done or making more content or doing something like this. So I don't know if it's my ADD kicking in or if it's just the effects of quarantine, but it's kind of crazy. The effects of quarantine have had not only on extroverts like myself, but introverts as well. Like, how has it affected you? Because I know that a lot of people on the internet probably can't tell because you're so entertaining and vibrant on your live streams and you make people laugh and all that. But you've mentioned before that you're an introvert. So how has quarantine affected you? Has it had an effect on you? Or
I mean,
I would like to ask introverts this.
Well, okay, there's two parts to this. One, I'm loving the extra time at home. Absolutely, hands down, without argument. Love it.
Yeah.
The flip side to that is that I do feel guilty for not doing anything on a quarantine day that I'm at home, especially during the week. Like, not my regular standard days, but those bonus days that I have now. I'm like, I really should be getting something done. And then, then the other part of me is like, I really should be resting. So since I sleep deprived myself yesterday and the day before, you know what I mean? So I have this struggle, self-care versus all these things I need to do, / what I told Tommy I would do, and all these other things I got going on later that I should be proactive on as well. Sorry. I know it's probably.
I was like, is that coming from my house or yours?
We have our back porch open. And as you know, we live in the city part by the highway. So I don't know. I can close that if that's distracting.
Oh, no. It's a live stream. Like I like life happening on live streams. When we were messaging on Facebook about doing this live stream today, when I would type in, touch my face again, that's 5 times now. Okay. When I would type in live stream, it kept autocorrecting it to live stream. And I'm like, is the universe trying to tell me something that maybe I should just make it just more live on live streams? Because what I would do before is I'd make, up until this point, I would make David close. David's a gamer. So he's one of the gamers where he plays games with other like gamers who's got the headphones and you can hear him talking, and he has like his game music really loud. And so when I would do the live streams before, I would make him close the door to his bedroom so I could, so there wouldn't be so much distraction. And so like the dog wouldn't come out or the cats wouldn't come out. But I'm like, maybe it's saying I should like loosen up a little bit on these live streams and kind of just like let life happen, because like you have your cats that come in the background of your live streams, which are so cool. And I'm like, maybe I need to loosen it up, but I haven't had after dogs come out, and we haven't had David come out. So I don't know, but so don't worry about closing your porch, because I'm guessing that Facebook was telling me I need to let life happen on my live streams.
Hey, maybe so. Hey, that sounds good to me. So
I know, but I love how you have your cat sightings and your Tommy sightings in your live streams. Your audience has started to expect that.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah, I know that too. And I know,
right?
And I noticed that the cats expect that too. Like if I turn, as soon as I turn this light up here on and this light right there on,
they know what's going on.
Yeah, they start laying back there and all kinds of stuff. They're like, all right, where's this ball? Let's get this started. Yeah.
And what's so cool on your live that I've noticed on your live streams is like in the background, I'm sitting here pointing, like people can see me pointing, but how in some of your live streams recently, the 2 cats have decided that they're going to share the cat bed. They're not going to fight over it. They're going to share it. And it's been so cute to see both of the cats like in the cat bed cuddling together.
Yeah, it's so cute. They don't always do that, so it's really cute to see when they do that.
How long have your 2 cats been siblings?
About 2 or 3 years. All right, he's getting the treat bowl here. Oh man, they're getting excited.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man. Oh. Uh-oh, the whole family's in a shot now.
I know. Well, here, this will be the thumbnail. How about let's all go?
I don't know what that was. Wait.
I don't know if YouTube's gonna like.
Yeah.
I don't know if YouTube is gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I realized like my camera, or I'm using like the my webcam. You and I were talking the other day that I need to invest in a better webcam than what comes with my current camera for quality's sake.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm facing the other way in my living room. I'm pointing over here because usually the background is the pictures I have in my little dining area. And I'm like, well, why don't I just I'm going to have it face this way, and then maybe people can see what's happening in the background. Maybe the cats will come, because I have 2 cats and 1 dog.
Yeah.
Maybe the cats will come out, or maybe David will walk out. But I realized that my table is too high, that you can't really see anything. There's not any cats back there or anything. So I need to figure out how to make it more life-centric.
Yeah.
Like your background is perfect because you can see the 2 cats. You can always see Tommy when he comes back in.
Yeah. he can choose to sit down in the background. Yeah.
I know. They're so cute.
Aw. Thanks.
I just sit here and watch your cats. I think they're so cute. They're getting treats right now. I feel like I'm on one of your live streams right now because you got the 2 cats. We have Tommy.
Yeah. How funny. I get to see your live reaction to my live stream on your
I
live.
know. It's kind of awesome. Oh my God.
So funny.
This is me. This is unedited Stephanie. So I
Absolutely.
don't know. So I'm still getting used to it for sure. All right. Well, I think we are right at 15 minutes. I can't believe we've been chatting for 15 minutes. So I won't take up too much more of your time because I don't know if you're going to be going live again sometime tonight or not. I know that you are a busy woman, so you know that I'll be in your live stream, so we can chat then. But thank you so much for your time and hopping on my live stream. I definitely plan on doing more of these. And I had an idea that I wanted to run by you. Since we can have several people in a live stream at once, at least in StreamYard, or I don't know if we would have to use Zoom, but because we can't have an in-person Tulsa YouTubers meetup, what if we could find a way to do one virtually? That'd be really fun, and we could see a lot of people we haven't been able to see for a while. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I have thought about it. I'm kind of looking into different plans and trying to figure out how I want to do that because I know a lot more people might actually show up if it's a virtual one.
I think so. I think so. People are needing to be able to connect to other humans somehow, and so that'd be super fun. So maybe there'll be a Tulsa YouTubers meetup in the future. But thank you so much for your time and coming and hanging out with me on my live stream.
And thank you for having me. I really enjoyed hanging out with you.
Thank you to the cats and Carissa and Tommy. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here. All right.
Bye, Tommy.
Bye. Y'all have a good night.
All right. See you later. Bye. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been almost an hour. This is probably the longest live stream that I have done. I'm not quite like my shirt. Meh. It's one of David's. I actually don't know what this means. He apparently tells me that it is some, I don't know what it means, but it's kind of funny. But this is one of David's shirts that he doesn't want anymore. So fashion game's awesome. And, I was trying to be a little more life-centric in the background, but it's kind of not working. So we'll figure this out. Maybe you'll be able to meet my two cats, Lizzie and Callie, or maybe you'll be able to meet Jade and see them. That'd be super fun. Or maybe we could have a David sighting. I'm copying that from Carissa because she says how she has Tommy sightings. So maybe we'll have a David sighting. Although David's extremely introverted. I've asked him if he wanted to come on before, and he hasn't said yes yet. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, for everyone who's tuned in live, and for anyone who watched this on replay. I appreciate you too. Thank you so much for your time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm still new to this. I almost said YouTube. That's not what I was meaning to say. I'm still new to this live streaming thing. So let me know if you like these videos by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll definitely know to do more. And if you would like to subscribe and be part of my little family here, we'd love you for that as well. But thank you so much for your time. Be safe. Continue social distancing. I know it's tough. We're going to get through it, you guys. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. All right. So it's end broadcast.